Nott, thanks for taking the time. Two fencing events over the weekend, NCAA Regionals and the MPSF. Let's break it down. NCAA Regionals, how do you feel your fencers did there?
I feel like we had fairly mixed results. The NCAA Regionals is a very, very difficult tournament and very, very long. So unlike a lot of the other tournaments where we have like all day to fence and you're fencing 3 bouts at a time in a team format, this is an individual tournament. You are fencing your teammates, you're fencing your opponents all in the same way in a ginormous 12-person pool or more.
Wow.
So it's a long, hard day. I think our athletes put in so much fight and effort. And our top performers, they were rewarded with getting to championships. We have 4. We have Christina Wittral, freshman, women's epee. We have our captain, Josie Ratzlaff, who qualified through an at-large bid after getting 3rd at regionals. Christina won the whole thing, so she was an automatic qualifier. Yeah, she won. I believe they had 14 people or 15 people in their pool, so she went 13-1, so only lost 1 bout during regionals, which is pretty spectacular. On the men's side, we had 2 qualifiers also. Jack Griffith, who won all of his bouts in his 13-person pool, and Jaewon Jang, who came in 2nd at the end of the day, which was wonderful as well. And he lost 2 bouts, 1 to Jack, and the other one 5-4. So he was doing really well and fencing really well. So it was really great to see, even though it is individual, like I felt like the team really supported each other. I saw them, even athletes having really difficult moments in this like grueling tournament where you just don't get a break, and if you're not doing well, it's like so hard to get over it. Having people turn their days around and stuff like that was really nice.
Fantastic, and congrats to those 4 fencers. But as a team, like, how do you feel like having gone through this entire season? We'll get to the MPSFs in a minute, but how do you feel about how they fared at the NCAAs?
So I think overall our team had a very difficult start. We were, our life was disorganized, right? With all of the staffing changes and things that we were going through. So it was really, really difficult at first. And I think part of the thing that was a big struggle at regionals is that qualification to the NCAAs considers your whole season, not just the individual regional event. So because we had that rough start in the beginning of the year, I think sometimes when we came into regionals, even though like this spring semester has been really amazing, they've really shot up in performance. I think because we had that rough start, it was a little bit hard for some of them to make it, even though they fenced really well at regionals. Like Omar Mara only lost 4 bouts, and like actually in his pool, the top 4 people had also lost 4 bouts. So they were like based on like literal touches of difference. But he had an amazing fencing day. But because the season's results were a little bit lower, then he wasn't able to like qualify.
But as a team, you do get to compete in the team event, the MPSFs, and finishing 2nd in that. So that had to and it's tough. Maybe you lose out in the NCAAs, think you're not going to make it, but you still have this event to, get back at it.
Right, yeah. So on Sunday we had MPSF. The way they do it is there's an individual final event where the athletes fence to 15 touches with the other top 4 from regionals. So they all fenced each other. We had Omar Amara came out 2nd. Josie Ratzlaff came out 2nd. Christina Rochal tied for 3rd. And Melissa Klein tied for 3rd.
Jack Griffiths did well too, right?
And, oh yes, and Jaewon Jang tied for 3rd, and Jack Griffith won again. So he just basically didn't lose a bout all weekend.
So I guess before we go into the NCAAs, like what do you tell all the fencers? Because all the fencers in the room won't be going on. I guess their season, in effect, is over. So what do you tell them as the season comes kind of to a close here?
Well, I think overall, like our team does really, really well as a team. And I was talking about how in the MPSF they had the individualized event, but we also had a team event afterwards, in which one person from every single squad represents, and it's a cumulative bout score up to 30. It's just like it's a very strange, fun format that only we do at this conference. But it was amazing. We had to fence UCSD first. Last year, we beat them by only 1 point, and it was like so intense and amazing. And then this year, we fenced them again. They were ranked second coming out of regionals, and we were ranked third. And we beat them by like, I want to say like maybe 8 points or 10 points. It was a good difference. We had a healthy lead the whole way. And even though I think our saber fencers struggled a little bit at regionals the day before, they brought it to the team match for MPSF. They fenced so hard. They did amazing well. Like Mac Lube and Mira Vestal were the saber fencers representing us, and they did phenomenally. And then we fenced saber it's not saber. We fenced Stanford, and I think last year we lost to Stanford in the finals, but they beat us by like 10 points last year. And this year we lost by 3. And going into the final match, we were actually like 2 points ahead. So, and again, like amazing showing from all of the fencers doing that match. They fenced so well. I'm really proud of them.
That's awesome. Congrats to you and the team on a marvelous season, and we'll be talking to the NCAA qualifiers next week. Thanks, Sadie.
Sounds good. Thank you.